What up, everybody? This is your boy Black Vegas, and I was kind of done recording, and just really quick, apologies to people for the slowness of the videos again. I'm sure it's going to take me a minute to expedite these recordings and put them together to put up on YouTube. Um, like 4 or 5 videos, including two that are 2 weeks overdue that I need to put up, but um, neither here nor there. Again, I'm sorry. And this may be one of them, but I'm even more delayed because of the subject of this video. So I'm sitting here about to work on these videos, getting everything ready, um, pulling some footage I could use for certain things. And I just happened to click on Twitter and I see a tweet from Plies. Now, I've been following Plies for a long time because he's always been the funny and engaging personality to follow from way back in the day. But now, Plaza's actually the man that he's the voice of the people that I would have never thought we would need. Like, he is truly awesome next level shit. Like, shout out to Plies, man. A lot of people look at rappers as people who don't really care about certain things, like especially when it comes to politics and things like that. Like there's been other rappers who've been like conscious rappers who, in some cases, the consciousness is only limited to such a small scope where they're not like they're not quote unquote woke. They're just about their agenda. And Plot seems to not just be about like one particular agenda. He's the man of the people. He is deep into politics. He is deep into social issues, and it's crazy. Now, of course, most of his stuff is liberal, which is going to be a problem with a lot of people. Um, but he defends all races, like both sexes. Like he calls out dudes when he needs to. Like he's like I wouldn't say that he's a champion of homosexuality, but he's clearly not homophobic. If anything, he seems to be accepting. If you ever saw that video of when the homosexual young lady came on and showed her his breast, he made it a funny moment. He was fine with it. He had no issues with her. He embraces people all backgrounds. Like he he he's a fucking he's a fucking breath of fresh air. And because he's not necessarily like volatile with it. And he's not, at least to me, he doesn't come off as volatile. He doesn't come off as extremely pushy with it. He says what he says, and when people push back, he's like, look, this is how I feel. This is what I think. I'm not one of those people who don't fucking shy away from that shit. And he stands his ground. He stands on business when he says stuff. Yo, like, I have bad respect for this motherfucker. Like, I wish we had more people like that in society because most of us, especially most of us African Americans, we come from backgrounds and come from being raised. People, at least in me and Plaza age range, I would say, and maybe some of you younger people too, come from people whose background, like, isn't as open as he comes off as, isn't as understanding, willing to be accepting of different like things, you know, that a lot of people push back on in society. And I think it's really, really cool to see somebody, because, like, this is the man who made a song called Busta Baby. Like, I'm sure a lot of people would have pigeonholed him, the type of rap that he does as, you know, that hood shit, that street shit, that shit that, like, you know, is basically like, you know, stereotypical of what we are and how much we don't care as African Americans and things like that. Some of it may be like misogynistic viewpoints and things like that, but he is far from that. Like, he fucking, like, he's pretty deep as shit, and he doesn't seem like a selfish person, like someone who's out here just speaking on these things just for his benefit. Like, he seems to genuinely care about this shit, and he admits when he's not as well versed on things. Which, again, breath of fresh air. He doesn't act like he knows everything. Where you get a lot of these people who, like, speak on political issues and things like that. They act like they know everything and they're smarter than everybody. You know, he just comes off as an honest, genuine person about this shit, and I fucked with that. And I love following him, and I love seeing his takes on things, and even the things that I don't agree with, I appreciate because it just seems from an honest place and a place where he's willing to just actually, you know, learn if need be or discuss if need be, because he asks questions, you know, which a lot of people don't like. A lot of people, they'll ask some questions, but they'll ask them in a manner in which they're not really looking for an answer. They're just looking to kind of make you, I guess, agree with what they feel. I don't know. You know, he just seems like pretty cool, and I would love to fucking meet Plies and like actually talk to him about some of the stuff. And like, I I don't know. I just found him fucking cool, entertaining, thoughtful. Like, he's a man of the people. Plies. I fucks with that man. Alright, y'all. I'm done with this video. Going back to finishing off my rum and finishing off my editing. Alright, y'all. So, as always, feel free to hit me up. Let me know what you're thinking. I'll holler at you later. This your boy Black making them out. Deuces.